Hello Aquarius, my name is Paul and this is Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And if there is anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay? And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And wow, 10 of Cups, complete and perfect happiness and abundance. That's pretty special. Let's put this into some context, though, okay? I feel like this is what we are aspiring to. This is what we feel. This is what we are so close to, this kind of perfect happiness, right? Well, let's see what else we've got going on. Well, we've got a Knight of Swords there. Interesting. Interesting combination of air energy right here. Oh, an Ace of Cups, more cups. Oh, and some good major arcana. Look at that. We've got the Lust or Strength card. We've got the Hermit, the Empress, we've got the Chariot. That's pretty special, I think. Well, let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one card randomly from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We are just going to put it here. We're going to put Mr. Ed, the little horse, right there on top. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, okay? But we are doing something a little bit different. If at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling, a vibe of what that card is, I want you to put your answer in the comment section, okay? I want to see if we can collectively raise our vibrations, if we can collectively tap into source, tap into spirit, and start discerning this mystery card together, okay? Just as kind of an exercise. You don't have to play along if you don't want to, but I think you might find that over time, we start getting more and more accurate with this, right? Anyway, let's look at what we have again. We've got major, 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 major. We have 4 major arcana cards. And they're kind of a little bit different each, you know what I mean? There's some contrast between the Hermit and the Empress, right? There's some contrast between the maybe traditional, the safe, Chariot energy, and then the kind of very powerful and outgoing and passionate Lust or Strength card, right? So we see a bit of a contrast just between those sets of major arcana. We don't have any fire energy. The fire energy really comes with this Lust or Strength card at the end. There's a little bit of fire in the Knight of Swords. We definitely have our water cards. We've got definitely have some air cards, water back here too. And we don't have any earth cards except for the Hermit, I would say, because of the Virgo connection. There's some earth energy there. There's also some earth hidden in the Princess of Swords, and we'll get to that. Okay. So, all right, well, let's start with the 10 of Cups, because I feel like this is what we are aspiring to. This is what we really, really want to feel, right? This is absolute perfection, perfect happiness, perfect satisfaction. Things could not be better with this one, right? Perfect, perfect happiness. And I think that we are very close to this. This is what we kind of want. It's almost, we can almost kind of taste it now, right? The only issue is some of this air energy that we see on top of it. First, the Knight. The Knight of Swords there. I think this is a situation, getting to this goal is becoming a little bit complicated right now. Okay? With the Knight of Swords, it has that fire of air element, right? So there's that heat and that passion in there. I wonder if we're almost things are getting kind of complicated, but we're trying to just force something through. Right, we're trying to just kind of push our way through the complexity and just get it finished, right? Because we really want this 10 of Cups. The 10 of Cups is that kind of the picture perfect feeling here. And we want that. We really, really do. But I don't know that we should be forcing our way through whatever complications have arisen, whatever this complexity is that we're feeling right now, or whatever is going on right now. Okay? Because I don't know that that is going to really give us what we need. Forcing through this, I don't know if it's a decision, if it's a business kind of deal. I don't see, like I said, there's no earth energy here, except for what we see here, which we'll talk about in a minute. But there are no overt pentacles cards, okay? So I don't know that this is strictly a business thing. I think that because there is this very strong water element, there is a deep emotional kind of soul level desire to get this thing accomplished, to get to whatever the Ten of Cups is representing. When we get a Ten of Cups, it's kind of this same thing where we need to ask ourselves, what is the picture of our most happy life? Right? What do we need in our life to be the absolute most perfectly happy? Right? And that's what this card is asking you. And it's that kind of an ideal picture perfect happiness that we are trying to attain. But there is this air complexity right now. We shouldn't really be forcing this thing through. Okay? There is a slight indication that it might be related to travel, perhaps, with this Chariot energy. It could be related to money, just because of the Empress and the Hermit here. It might have a kind of a money aspect to it. But with this air, this is what we're talking about right now. The best and wisest choice, I think, going into the future is this Princess of Swords. And this is the energy that will try to resist. Okay? You may have this urge to force something through because we really want that Ten of Cups. But the Princess here is trying to stay strong, right? Trying to fight that urge to just, to sign whatever contract is that you're able to get. It's kind of an idea like we're being instructed not to take the first offer, right? This is the card that can negotiate a little bit, tries to, right? Tries to, it's kind of when you're at the used car lot, you're in the market for a car. And somebody is presenting you with this unbelievable offer. Look at this deal I'm willing to give you. Well, that's not the best offer, right? They want you to think it is, but it's not. So if we have this strategy, if we can resist the temptation to just take the first thing that's offered to us because we really want this job, relationship, car, whatever it is, then we can kind of negotiate for a even better deal, for a better offer. Okay? So I think this is indicating that, look, we have to resist this temptation to accept the first offer on the table. Don't try to just force something through. Don't try to just sign something just for the sake of being done with the effort to get this, because a better offer is coming. Okay? And that's kind of what we see on the path of the Serpent when we get over here. Let's talk about this, the Prince of Cups, air of water now. So we still have this still a lot of air and a lot of water here. And on this channel, the air and the water are two very, very important elements. I didn't realize that this channel was very much becoming focused on the elemental energy in your life, in these readings, in the kind of world right now. Right? But it seems like the air and the water, the head and the heart, thinking and feeling functions, right, very much have to cooperate. They have to be in balance in order for us to realize our goals, okay, whatever those goals might be. And this is an energy that's trying to do that. This is the air of the water. This is trying to understand Or this is knowing within you what it is that you truly want. Maybe we know that we should try to get the best deal possible, that we need not accept the very first contract or job or relationship or whatever that comes our way. But outwardly, we're very much, we kind of wear our emotions on our sleeve, right? It's like you're at the used car lot again, and the salesman can see in your eyes, in your vibe, in your aura that you really want this. And then they've got you, right? So the Princess of Swords is that energy that's kind of like, I don't even know that I want a car. I just thought I would look around. We seem disinterested in order to make that other thing, the salesman, whatever, work a little bit harder. It's a negotiation tactic, I think, right? I've never really been good at buying cars, but it's the energy that I'm feeling right now, where if we are too reflective on the outside of our water energy, our emotions, our desires, what we really want, then everyone can kind of see that, right? Then this used car salesman will know that they've got you on the hook, right? So that's one aspect of this card. The other aspect of this card is really us trying to realize our truth. We're trying to live authentically with this card. We want our inner truth to be fully expressed, to be realized in the external world, okay? So I'm kind of feeling that this is a card that, in the context of these other cards, we really need the reflection. We need to not try to force an outcome, not try to lean too far to just accepting whatever this first deal is, or to force something through without proper reflection. We have to understand what the air energy within us is really saying. What is the truth of this situation? We know that there's this water element, right? That is kind of our desires. It's our eagerness. We have this urge to just push something through, force it, and just to get whatever it is, but at what cost, right? So we need to reflect within ourselves and not reveal to the world, not to express outwardly what it is we're kind of thinking and feeling. We have to kind of play that a little bit closer, right? And I think a better deal is coming. A better offer is on its way to you. This could be business, could be travel, education, it could be a romance, whatever it might be. Now, we've got these two major arcana cards, okay? And they're at opposite poles of the vertical plane here. And they're also they're opposite energies a little bit, right? Within us is this desire, this empress, right? This happiness, this joy, this abundance. This is the archetype that is being activated within us, where it's just a tremendous excitement at the potential of getting what we want here with this Ten of Cups. This is something that we have to keep beneath the surface, right? And that's something that the Prince of Cups struggles with, because we want to live authentically, but at the same time, we kind of need to conceal how we really feel so that we can get our head and our heart in unison, get it unified, and get the best contract, the best deal, whatever it might be, okay? So the Empress is really, really beautiful energy, wants to love, wants to create, wants to celebrate. This is that, again, it's that activation of that joy and that love and that creative bliss, And then we have the Hermit. And the Hermit is indifferent, disinterested, turning away. It didn't even look like it. They're just they're taking their dog and they're leaving the car lot. Inside, obviously, you don't want to leave, right? You want to get in this car, and you want to just celebrate and take it for a fun cruise around the block. But outwardly, right? Outwardly, we're a little bit hermit. We're a little bit disinterested, okay? And this is part of a deeper strategy. Because the Hermit card, the Hermit itself, that energy, really understands, because of this kind of, this inner mentor kind of energy, really understands how we are planting the seeds for the harvest, right? This is some of that Virgo energy. This is some of that understanding. It's almost a delayed gratification kind of thing, right? This is understanding that if we can if we can restrain ourselves now, if I can turn away from this and focus on what needs to be done, then I can enjoy this even more a little bit later on, you know. So again, if we're still at the used car lot, we're leaving, we're threatening to leave, we're saying, well, I don't need a car anyway. I like walking. Playing a little hard to get, right? Letting the other kind of try a little bit harder to really, really open up and tell me what you can offer me, right? But it seems like it's this little game that has to be played, right? And whether that's romance or business or education or spirituality, there's always this a push and a pull. Yeah. And I think this is us kind of pulling back when we really want to push forward, and we see that we really want to kind of, because this is the Knight of Swords, is a little bit of that fire energy. We want to just very quickly and eagerly sign away, right? But we're trying to resist that. We don't want to sign any contracts right now. A better offer is coming. Let's move to the path of the serpent. Here's that better offer, right? The Ace of Cups. Now, the Ace of Cups is kind of the ultimate joy that you're going to experience when you get this. It's kind of, you know, we've got the Ten of Cups as the perfect fulfillment of this, and we can't wait for it to begin. We can't wait to start this thing. Right? We are filled with this joy and this connection. We know that whatever this is what we really, really, truly want. Now we have Titi, the Sphinx cat, here to, there we go. We have her to help confirm all of this for us. And this is what everybody is after. And this is going to be different for everybody, obviously. I think my cat's idea of perfect happiness, absolute perfect fulfillment, is going to be a lot different than mine or yours, or even, you know, her companion, the other cat that we have, Pudgy, big hairy cat. She has different ideas of what happiness is, right? She likes to be wrapped up in a warm blanket, whereas Pudgy, the other cat, he wants to go outside and chase birds. She's not interested in that, right? So this is the idea that you have found what is authentically your deepest desire. And this is what we're working toward. But we have this Eight of Cups to deal with. This is in the environment. This is telling us that, look, it's time for us now to either, if we act hastily now, if we do rush something through, we might end up regretting it. We might realize later on, when this initial rush of thoughts and feelings subsides, we might start to realize that, hey, we left some money on the table, right? We left a lot of potential unclaimed, right? And we don't want this feeling. This is going to be kind of regret in a way. Yeah. And this is the timing. This card in this position is the timing. It's the environment. It's your relationship with the environment. It kind of is saying that the timing is not really right here. If we sign away right now, if we commit right now, we might be buying a lemon, right? This is when you get it home and you find out that it's leaking oil and that the radio doesn't work and all this kind of stuff. I've bought a lemon or two in my life. Cars, definitely. I remember bringing my first car home, and I would get it. I got it in the driveway, and I was so excited. I was all ace and 10 of cups about it. And my dad walks outside, and he looks at it, and he just kind of shakes his head. He said, "Why did you spend your money on this?" And yeah, of course, it was a lemon. The radiator leaked. The transmission was going out. It would slip into every gear. But was I 16, 17 years old? So a long, long time ago. And I was the happiest I'd ever been. I finally got a car, and it was a nightmare. It lasted a long time, but I think that I could have been a little smarter about it. I was a little bit impulsive. I just said yes right away, rather than maybe shopping around, maybe saying, well, I'll take that car, but I'm only going to give you a couple of bucks for it. I'm not going to spend my entire, 16-year-old kid's savings on it. But whatever. But that's kind of what I'm feeling with this. It's time for us to realize, to reel in this water energy and try to fight off the urge of just buying the first thing that the salesman shows us or signing the first deal or the first offer that they give you. Okay, maybe this is about a car. Here's the Chariot card next. This is in the position of our obstacle, I think, in this case. Right, this is our obstacle here. And yeah, this could maybe be a situation that's related to travel or education, or maybe there's some kind of money thing to do with that. But the obstacle here is waiting. See the Chariot card. Everybody in this card, we're just waiting. Right? And sometimes we don't know why we're waiting. Sometimes we can't always see it. It's like the charioteer is all dressed in armor, ready to go, all packed up. Even the Sphinx is down here, ready to go. What are we waiting for? You don't need to know. You just wait, right? You wait until you get the order, the command, right? So I think what we're waiting for here really is some intuition, us knowing that, hey, this is the best deal. This is as good as it's going to get. I need to sign right now, because past this point, it's going to start diminishing, and we're going to see that we're kind of going backwards here, and the energy is leaking again. So with this card here, it's kind of like we wait for all of these cups to be filled, for this to be the very height of excellence, right? The very best offer that we know we're going to get, because beyond this point, it's going to start declining. It's going to start waning again, right? You wait for that perfectly full moon. Maybe the mystery card will be a moon energy. A lunar energy may be the moon card, but maybe the High Priestess for that mystery card. That's kind of what I'm feeling now, because I kind of think that's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for that, just that intuitive moment. We're waiting for that sign that just tells us this is it. This is as good as it's going to get. I got to jump on it right now, right? And I think you might be feeling that now, and this is where the obstacle comes into it. You might be feeling that right now, but what the cards are telling me is that what you're feeling is this impulse, this desire, not necessarily an intuitive confirmation that yes, this is the time to engage. This is the time to kind of sign the contract here, right? So the Chariot is saying wait. That we're ready to move, but we're waiting to move. And this could maybe literally is about a car. And I think the waiting is the most difficult part of this, right? But I think that if we can wait, look what's next. This Lust or Strength card, this is the real celebration. Not only is it a celebration that we are able to realize this Ten of Cups, perfect fulfillment and happiness, but the Lust or Strength card is also a card that we're going to be celebrating because, hey, through our own self-control, through the use of our own magical abilities, spiritual abilities, we manifested the best possible outcome. It's almost as if through your own efforts you were able to reach up and pluck the star right out of the sky. Right? Because you didn't let your thinking and feeling functions lead you into an impulsive decision. Right? So this is the real reward, not only the reward of the Ten of Cups, but the reward of your own ability. And now it's going to give you that confidence that says, hey, I have the capacity to wait and to withhold and to strategize and to use all of my kind of spiritual forces to ensure the best possible outcome with whatever we're talking about. In any area of your life, this lust or strength card is very important because this is all about control. This is all about kind of taming that wild beast within that just wants to jump into something. Let's refine our rapture. Let us control ourselves so that we can build up strength, and then we can have an even greater celebration, right? Because we are maximizing the potential of the situation and not buying a lemon, not just accepting the first offer that comes, realizing later on that it kind of isn't all that great. But I think we should look at the mystery card now. And this is the point of the reading where I'm going to ask you, oh, actually, you know what? Before we do that, we are supposed to do an I Ching card because we have the Hermit here. Anytime we get the Hermit, we do an I Ching card. Well, really, anytime we get the Fool, the Magus, the Hierophant, or the Hermit, we're going to do an I Ching card. Or anytime we only have one major arcana card. Okay, so those are some unwritten rules of this channel here. Maybe I should write them down somewhere so everybody knows kind of, what we're supposed to do. So since we have the Hermit up there, let's see what the I Ching can offer us in terms of our strategy, advice, how we can kind of maximize our wisdom here, how we can be more sagely in our activities and our decisions. Yeah. All right, I Ching energy 48, the well. I love the well. The well. This is the well. This is the Ace of Cups. This is the well that once we find the well, it's limitless. There's no exhausting that well. Moving the city, not moving the well. Without loss, without gain, they come and go. The well wells, right? Almost reaching, but the rope does not yet draw water from the well. Breaking one's clay jug, pitfall, right? So this is kind of saying that, look, we have to get to the very, very core of this thing. And I think the well in this, at least for the first section of the hexagram text, which is, this is a, I think, rather loose translation of the original ancient Chinese. But see, this is about finding the well, right? If we find the source of if we find what we really, really want, if we can be authentic with ourselves at least, if we know what our deepest, truest desire is, we find the well, we find the Ace of Cups. The details, the circumstances around us may change, right? The city can move. Civilizations rise and fall. Desires rise and fall. Things that we want come and go, right? But our deepest core desire does not change. Our deepest, the source of our desires, the source of ourselves and our spirit does not change. While the external realities, events, objects, right, might change. We know deep within we want a car. We want to drive because we want freedom, we want to travel, we want to explore. But the exact method of transportation may change, right? The car itself, well, maybe not that one, but a different one, right? So we know that core desire and where it originates, but the exact details might change, right? And that's something that we have to, it doesn't have to be that car, because maybe that car does not quite draw water from the well, doesn't quite reach all the way down, right? The rope's too short. Or maybe the clay jug is broken and the thing's not going to hold water, not going to hold oil or radiator coolant, right? In my case. So to draw the well, we have to have a rope that is long enough, and we have to have the right kind of vessel to scoop the water up, and we have to have the strength to pull the rope to get the jug up, all this stuff. And that is really this luster strength card. This is what we need in order to draw water from the well. And we have to be patient, because if we just try now impulsively, what if the rope breaks because it's been frayed? What if the pot is already broken, it just leaks water? What if the rope's not even long enough? Etc. And on the back, there's more text. The well, or the source, is independent. You cannot lose it, nor can you grasp onto it. People and experiences come and go. Time passes. The well is always the well. Never doubt that you have these resources or that they are enough. The potential in the situation is undeniable, but it still may be a long way from realization. What is the ever-present resource from which you draw? What can you do to realize its potential here? Okay, so this again is this really does resonate with the reading itself. We're waiting for something. We know that there's a potential here, but we might be still a little bit of a way off from the perfect alignment to actualize this, to realize this. Okay, so I feel like right now we're being instructed to wait, and that's the difficult part. But a better offer is coming, right? Now let's do this mystery card. I want you to connect with your intuition, connect with spirit, with source. Let's see if we can collectively kind of raise our vibrations and start discerning this mystery card. Put your answers down in the comment section. And if you want to pause the video, go ahead. I'll go ahead and see what I'm feeling here. I'm still feeling some lunar energy, right? Maybe a Two of Swords, maybe the Moon, maybe the High Priestess. All right. Well, it's close. It's close. It's the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. And I think this is perfect, because look, we had the Knight of Swords, we have the Princess of Swords. Now we kind of got the Queen of Swords that says, okay, I understand what's going on here. I know what I want. I know what I feel. And I'm able to make decisions in a calm, collected, clear-headed, rational way. Queen of Swords, water and air. Feeling and thinking, right? Understanding, patience, and communication. Heart and mind in unison. That's what we started this reading kind of talking about. This is a very good confirmation. This is saying that you have the understanding and the patience and the self-knowledge to wait, to reflect and to wait, and you will know when to act. You'll know when to hit the button, make that decision. Yeah. This is very, very good. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click either above or below in the video description. Okay? New readings for Aquarius every Monday and Thursday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Just subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next reading. I want to thank you for watching this reading all the way through until the end. That really helps out the algorithm. That's good for the channel. I hope you'll watch some of your other placements. Aquarius, I want you to remember that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we are all in this together.